Hello again, and welcome to our joyous journey in present time, where our point of power is, of course. And I know that a lot of people are looking at food diets for 2025, and I would like to suggest the best diet for 2025 is a thought and word diet, because what you say is who you are. So let me tell you briefly about Pierre, the most extraordinary, brilliant person that I've met in my lifetime. And the way we met, I used to eat lunch at a sushi bar on Sunset across the street from Tower Records. So one day I went there and there was only one chair available at the sushi bar. And I sat down there, of course, and I heard this French accent, and it was Pierre placing his order with this French accent. So we got to speaking because I studied French in school. And that was the connection. And he always said, Denise, we had an appointment. And indeed we did, because it was a life-changing liaison. Meeting him and learning from him was absolutely breathtaking. To this day, I mean, there are people out there that I consider brilliant, and yet I have never met anyone as brilliant as Pierre. So he was a taskmaster. He took no prisoners, and he would say, Denise, I hear it in your voice. Even if it was even a sigh, he considered that a complaint, which is an absolute no-no. No complaining, no pity parties. Denise, I hear it in your voice. It made me laugh, but he was spot on. He could bust me at any given moment. So you had to really be on your toes with him. He had a sign on the wall in his office that said, "Fear is the fucker." And he was just a genius with everything. He nailed it. He was channeling from so many sources. So that's about Pierre. And of course, he's one of the first, or the first, that pointed me in the direction of the power of words, that everything that comes out of your mouth is so important. Even using the word but. And neurolinguistically, they've proven since then, he was so ahead of his time, but since then they've proven that when you say but, it erases everything that precedes it in the sentence. So if I say to you, I love you, but I don't like when you leave your laundry on the floor, it erases the part that says I love you. It just says I don't like when you leave your laundry on the floor. So being mindful of every word that comes out of your mouth is absolutely critical. And to this day, I pay great attention to it. There's a great power in our thoughts and our words, and I want to share with you something that Mahatma Gandhi wrote, which is the philosophy for success. Keep your beliefs positive. Why? Because your beliefs become your thoughts become your words become your actions become your habits become your values, and your values become your destiny. So here's where we want to have intention, what we're trying to create, trying is not doing. What is our goal? What are we out to create? It all starts within here, okay? Everything's an inside job, as you know. So whatever your intention is, from that is going to be your vibration. And that will be creating your reality, basically. So we take full responsibility. We're not into, blame game and pointing fingers. Oh, this is the reason, that's the reason. Those are all excuses. We're not into any excuses here. We're into taking full responsibility and knowing that we have the power to create. Okay? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So the action for this, again, we're going to shine a big light, like Krishnamurti always says, shine a big light on it. This is the examined life here. And watch yourself. Watch what you're thinking. Watch what you're saying. The power of the tongue, it's even in the Bible. It's very important. It's because all these things are creating your reality. So you, for example, there are certain words that I don't like to ever say. There are no shoulds. There are no I can't, I won't, I hope. All of these things are basically negative and not empowering. These are sabotaging your power. The best way to make headway with this and your baby steps are to notice, be aware, self-awareness. Notice, what are you thinking? What are you saying? Okay? So if you're worrying, that's preparation for failure, because you've got this mantra of stupidity going on and over in your head, okay? And I'll give you an example. I have a friend who was complaining that that she's very good all day with what she eats, and she's watching what she's eating, and it's all healthy and so forth. She's not overeating, and she feels good about that. And yet at night, she says she blows it. Those are her words. I blow it at night, you know, with snacks and popcorn and chips and this and that. And I said, well, you know, it might be helpful if you change your mantra, because you've got this mantra going on. So of course, every night that's what's going to happen, because you keep saying that it's going to happen as if you're planning for the future with it. So it would be more helpful to say, for example, at night, if I eat anything at all, it's something healthy like celery and carrot sticks, or I don't eat after a certain time at night. Just create a new mantra that will be self-supporting and helpful in your goals. So you need to ask yourself, what are you planning, okay? What are you thinking about? Because what you're thinking about is literally like planning an event, okay? So when you're worrying, you're planning. When you're appreciating, you're planning. So what are you planning? This is what we are looking at all the time. I'm always looking at that. If I'm having a bad day, I have to ask myself, well, what the hell have I been thinking about for the last hour? And there it is. Boom, you'll see it. You'll say, oh, well, no wonder I'm tripping on this for an hour. No wonder I'm in a fear space. So be aware. The key is the examined life and self-awareness, for sure. And then taking full responsibility that whatever's in front of you is indeed a part of you. It's a reflection of a part of you. So that's why the finger pointing doesn't work. You know, I remember sitting there and complaining to Pierre about a boyfriend at the time, and he would say, Denise, he does not exist. I'd say, what do you mean he doesn't exist? Look at what just happened. Denise, why are you creating this? And we would have arguments. I would say, well, up yours. I don't want this. I'm not creating. Yes, 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 Denise, you are. No prisoners. And I say to you, we have to grow a pair, you know. You cannot be a milquetoast on this planet. It just doesn't fly if you really want to be free and have a joyous life. It doesn't fly. Pigs don't fly. Here's another Mahatma Gandhi quote that I absolutely love, which he says, I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Because your mind is a temple in a sense, okay? And so you don't want any energy vampires running through your mind with their dirty feet, you know? I always say, tell a wise person or keep silent, for the masked man will mock it right away. So I'm also not only mindful of what I say, but to whom I say it, because I am not desiring to have anybody stomp in my mind with their dirty feet. So I sort of alluded to the how a little bit earlier. Let's really look at more closely right now, because we are all about the how and our baby steps in our joyous journey here. So for the how, of course, it's shining the light, the self-awareness, being mindful of what you're saying and thinking, and of course doing, because your actions will follow whatever you're thinking and saying. And sometimes post-its can be good too. You know, if you feel that you're sort of a pity party thrower and complaining, you could put a sign on the wall that says the complaint department is permanently closed. I've had friends in the past that call and they just want to complain, and I'll say, listen, you know, do you have me confused with the complaint department? Because it just closed an hour ago and I'm not available for this. you know, if they don't want to take responsibility, I just say it like it is, because I'm not going to sit there. That's the dirty feet running through my mind, and I'm not permitting that. It's too toxic for me. I'm not they're only volunteers, no victims, okay? And I don't volunteer to be the complaint department head, because it's closed. So so one thought at a time, one baby step at a time, paying closer attention. If you're somebody who just goes about your day and you don't notice what you're thinking or saying, now is the time to get really diligent with that and put your energy toward that goal, that effort. And it's well worth it, I promise you that. And everything's an inside job, so everything is just a reflection of what's going on inside you. So no judgment, no excuses, no guilt, no complaining, no shoulds, no comparative thinking, no drama of any kind. Drama is actually a form of complaining loudly. That's what drama is. So I'm not into drama. Thank you so much. So as you know, I'm here for you. I'm a friend. I'm a stepping stone. I'm not a guru or a crutch, because your autonomy is key. Always know that that's the case. And yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, today's a gift. That's why we call it the present. Let's make it a joyous journey in present time.